Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we're looking at a couple of notebooks from myPAPERCLIP. I've reviewed a lot of myPAPERCLIP notebooks over the last couple of years. Love them. These ones today are sort of good utility notebooks designed for work or school or college or whatever you may be doing. So myPAPERCLIP is an Indian-based or originally Indian-based company, and I've been dealing with myPAPERCLIP Australia, which is the Australian branch, who have been bringing these wonderful notebooks into Australia and putting them into retailers and stuff. Now getting quite widely distributed, including somewhere like Pole Prediction, which is an online retailer, which I'll link to sort of down below. But they're available at a bunch of places. So check your local retailers because they're popping up everywhere, which is absolutely great. So what I wanted to do today is just give some basics about this Wiro range of notebooks. Wiro because it's got a wire comb base there, binding there. I want to talk about the paper, and then a little few details about them. So I have two here. I have an A4 size and a B5 size. You can see the size difference there. I've done a writing sample in both, but I'm going to talk about the features sort of slightly separately, but mostly out of this one. So as you can see, it's got a cardstock cover and then a solid, very firm card back cover, which gives it a great support. It is wire bound with a double wire bound comb there, which means that of course it's going to absolutely lay flat, but it also makes it convenient because you can double it back on itself. So if you're working in like a lecture theatre and you've got one of those little desks attached to the arm of your chair there, it takes up a little less real estate and it's very, very handy. Also, as a left-handed writer, I think these are a nice size because there's enough pages there that comb binding doesn't really get in the way. Some notebooks, when the binding is bigger, that can be uncomfortable. I don't find that with these notebooks. So I really like this B5 size. B5 is one of my preferred sizes of notebook. And I really like this paper. I've done a writing test and all that kind of thing, so you can see it in a bit more closer detail. But it's got a nice sort of line rule that runs all the way to the edge of the page, giving you plenty of space to write. There's no formatting, as in like there's no margins or anything like that. So it's completely up to you. But it's a really solid notebook and I really like some of these basic features. So let's have a bit of a talk about it. So this is a B5 Wiro notebook. This retails for $14.90, which is an amazing deal for the quality of what you get. It's 176 by 250 millimeters. It's also available in black, blue, red, green, purple, pink, and orange. It has 144 pages of 80 GSM natural shade ruled paper. Now, I really like this natural shade paper they use. I find it to be very usable no matter what you're kind of writing with. Maybe not your biggest, wettest, heaviest sort of fountain pens and markers and things like that, but for everyday fountain pens and everyday writing instruments, this is a really solid option. So if you are at, university or school or something and you want something, you're writing with a Lamy Safari or a Pilot Metropolitan or a Lamy 2000 even, this actually can hold up to that. It's got a 250 GSM coloured card cover on the front, which is quite nice. It's got a nice sort of textured card, which I really think is quite nice. And I think the labelling or the logo there on the front actually looks quite good there. And then a 1.2 millimeter millboard backing, and that's on the B5 size. I'll go into the A4 in just a little bit. So it's fountain pen friendly, environmentally friendly with FSC certified, vegan, recyclable, all that kind of stuff. And of course, it lays flat. So let's now just have a quick look at some of the details of this A4 version. So as I said here, it's 216, so 216 across by 297 millimeters, making it an A4 size. It's also available in black, blue, red, and yellow. In ruled, check, and plain paper, and I have it here in ruled. And you can see the line ruling is a touch thicker or less narrow, if you will, than the B5 size, meaning that if you have slightly bigger handwriting, this is probably a good option for you. It has 128 pages of 100 GSM, so this is 80. The B5 has 80, the A4 has 100 GSM. Munken Polar Rough or pure paper from Sweden, and the paper does feel quite different. Like this natural shade paper is very smooth. There's a bit more natural tooth to the A4 Wiro version here. It has a 285 GSM cover on the front, which is very nice. And of course, it's got sort of like a gold embossing of the logo on the front there, which stands out beautifully when it catches the light. And a 2mm thick board cover on the back. And as I said, that gives you great weight of stability there. So like if you need to write with it one-handed, it's sturdy enough to do that. Both the notebooks sort of have that feature. And likewise, with that sort of lovely comb binding in here, it's in this sort of like coppery color. It folds back on itself, not taking up too much real estate if you're at like a desk at university or something like that. They have said it is fountain pen friendly and environmentally friendly. So these are all factors that myPaperClip definitely take into account. Let's check out the fountain pen friendliness or the writing instrument friendliness, because I've written with a number here. So we've got a Lamy 2000 Extra Fine with Diamine Oxide Blue. We've got a Lamy Safari Extra Fine with Lamy Black. A Sailor Tuzu Medium with Sailor Black. Kaweco Piston Sport 14 karat Medium Nib with Lamy Turquoise. A Platypus Pens Model 20 with a broad nib with Robert Oster Kids on the block. Then we've got a little writing with Bay State Blue here. We've got a Lamy Rollerball, a Carandash 849 ballpoint, a little bit of highlighter, Muji gel pen, a Unipin fine liner, 2B lead pencil, and a Sharpie. Now, as you can see here on the front, everything looks great. Colors have come up well. The colors are really easily distinguishable, like in the different shades of blue. Highlighter is nice and crisp, and there's no feathering, there's no spreading or anything like that. Now, if we look at the reverse of that, you can see the only thing that's come through here is the Bay State Blue. None of the other writing instruments, including all that detailed information at the top there, has come through. And actually, there is remarkably low show-through. But for an 80 GSM paper in a notebook at this price point, I think this is really great. So this is written with a Lamy 2000 Extra Fine with a sort of heavy ink in Diamine Oxide Blue, and nothing has really come through. So you could definitely use both sides of the paper in this B5 version of the notebook, a little bit from Bay State Blue, as I said. So not too bad, like performance-wise, it stands up. If we look at the A4 version here with its 100 GSM Munkin or pure paper, pure rough paper here, you can see everything, same writing instruments, it's all exactly the same. Everything holds up really well, and even the colors are probably just ever so slightly like more vibrant and differentiated on this Munkin paper, but no feathering, no spread, nothing like that. The eraser does an okay job, but on more textured papers like this, and as I said, it's a more natural tooth on this, it doesn't always work as well. And if we look at the reverse of that page, once again, there's a little bit more show through on this than in the natural shade paper, but nothing has bled through other than a few spots from the Bay State Blue and of course the Sharpie. So I think it's quite impressive performance. And this A4 version, as I don't know if I mentioned before, retails for $19.90. So really, really good deal. myPaperClip have been trying to bring amazing notebooks into Australia from this beautiful Indian brand. They're affordable, they're now readily available, and as you can see, they perform really well and have really lovely basic features that allow the notebooks to be provided at a really comfortable price point. So yes, go check out myPaperClip. I'll link to their website down below as well as Pole Prediction, but check your local retailers because they are popping up in more and more places around Australia and still available other places overseas, of course. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, hit the notifications button, all that kind of stuff. It all helps the algorithm, and your viewing and support and everything helps me make these videos. If you'd like to support the channel, I'd really love to hear from you. And a big, big thank you to myPaperClip here in Australia, so myPaperClip Australia, for providing these notebooks and many others for me to review on my channel and to show you. So thank you for watching, and enjoy your notebooks, enjoy writing, and I'll talk to you soon.